So we've covered many of the reigning kings in the burger world, the French fry world, the chicken nugget world. But we cannot miss one of the most important regions, chicken wings. Okay, so today we're making Buffalo Wild Wings, but better. But we're not just gonna make the wings better, right? The way that you cook them, there's many ways to do it, and we'll discuss that later. I don't just wanna do one sauce, I wanna do multiple. So I took to our Discord, which by the way, if you're not in the Discord, the link is in the description. You really should be on there because you can participate and help making these videos and yada, 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 yada. We did a poll asking which people's favorite sauces were. We took some, put them together, and now we're doing 3 sauces. The Parmesan garlic, the Asian zing, which is like from where? From what part of Asia? You understand how large this region is? And the mango habanero. We're not only gonna defeat them once, not twice, but 3 times. So with all that said, let's make this, shall we? Wow, they all have horrible ratings. This one has 4 stars. Oh.
Thanks for calling Buffalo Wild Wings.
I'd like to place an order for to-go. Let's do 15 of the Parmesan garlic, 15 of the mango habanero, 15 of the Asian zing. No blue cheese. Yeah, no, it's horrible. Can I do, you guys have ranch?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's perfect. Right? It's like blue cheese isn't even that good. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't like this.
finally, yes, I appreciate you. Even Buffalo, the representative of Buffalo Wild Wings said, yeah, blue cheese is not good. A strip mall Buffalo Wild Wings. Why do I have this intense desire to not go in here? I have a to-go order for Josh. Wow, I have the wings, yay! I've also never seen a restaurant that empty in my entire life, even for COVID. It was more empty than empty. Let's go home, Big Grim. So we've got a bag of ranch. Don't have a problem with that. Can you imagine if they just give us a bag filled with ranch? So this is mango habanero, Asian zing. These boxes are totally and the garlic parmesan. That smells like a foot. To be fair, parmesan is stinky, so I'll give them that. God, this thing is just. Let's start with Asian zing. By the way, what? From where in Asia is this? Bite the end off, twist that bone out, twist the other bone out, pull that out, and you've got a wing with no bones, all right? Yankee with no brim, all right. Immediate thoughts. First off, chicken wings. Love them. Chickeny, nice, whatever. Second thought, under seasoned. I always thought that they use their sauce as the crutch, right? You gotta season the wings a little bit. Flavor the sauce, boring. It's like they took just sugar and sambal oelek, and that's the sauce. God, this thing is just falling apart. Invest in new boxes. Well, how much is this company worth? Invest in new boxes. These are better. Kind of like these, but I already know what people are gonna say. They're gonna go, Josh, you gotta do it with the butter like they do. Shut up. They don't use the butter. They use the sauce that they use everywhere else. They're not gonna be like, hey, let's make a new distribution facility. They're not doing that. It's that sauce. It tastes good. Does it taste like Parmesan and garlic? No. No depth of flavor, and to be frank, it just tastes like old sauce. So they're just nowhere near as good as they could be. Mango habanero. What smell is that? Not mango. Okay, I actually kind of like this one, but with the caveat that it purely tastes like habanero with a little bit of sweetness, no mango present. Tastes all right. Can we do better than these? We can at least do better with the packaging. But the answer is yes. All right, before we get started, let's get our optional ranch conversation out of the way, please. Look, I want to say this carefully and lightly because I know it's a touchy subject and I want to be nice about it. I hate blue cheese dressing with a fiery passion that breathes deep within my soul. Just a simple glance at a crinkled to-go ramekin with its lid fogged up and dripping from the condensation of the putrefying depths below is just not my thing. But with that said, I have a resolution, a simple and easy to make optional ranch. So get a medium-sized bowl and add 2/3 of a cup of mayonnaise, half a cup of creme fraiche, half a cup of buttermilk, 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder, 3 cloves of garlic grated, 1.5 tablespoons of rough chopped parsley, 1 tablespoon of finely chopped dill, half a bunch of chives thinly sliced, the zest and juice of half a lemon, season that to taste with salt and pepper, and give that some whiskey business. And that is your not blue cheese ranch dressing. Now look, we're making 3 different wing sauces here. Asian zing, whatever that is, mango habanero, and Parmesan garlic. But before we jump into those sauces, let's talk wing prep. Please, I don't want a metric ton of drumettes. You want as close to a 50-50 selection of drumettes and flats. Remember, flats are Papa's favorite. And by the way, for any of these wing sauce recipes, you'll need about 4 pounds of wings to serve 4 to 6 people. So put those all in a bowl, season them normally with salt, toss them together to distribute, cover and let those cure in the fridge for at least an hour, but ideally overnight. Look, you don't need to let them sit, but if you do, then the salt will penetrate all the way into the meat. I like that seasoning going all the way to the bone, brother, alright? The actual cooking of the wings is a large debate. Some say bake, some say grill, purists say fry. I'm not a purist, but in my opinion, the longest lasting, mind-numbingly quispiest, most tender wings will fly out of a fryer. So what I recommend is to pat your wings dry in batches, then lower them into a large pot with at least 3 inches of fry oil that have been heated to 350 Fahrenheit. Fry your wings in batches until they reach a pale golden color and are cooked through about 4 to 5 minutes. Remove them from the oil and drain on a wire rack and repeat with the rest of your wings. Now once those good old wangs have been par fried, increase your oil temp to 375 and drop your wings in batches yet again for 2 to 3 more minutes or until they become beautifully browned and ultra crisp skinned. Pretty much this double fry method will never steer you wrong. From there, your wings are ready to be coated. Now see, the benefit with this method is you can have your wings ready to be crisped up right when you're about to sauce them. So now that we know how to do that, let's break down each sauce. First up is their Asian zing. In a medium sauce pot, add 1 teaspoon of toasted sesame oil and 1.5 tablespoons of vegetable oil. Heat that brother up over medium heat, and once that's hot and shimmering, add 4 cloves of rough chopped garlic. Cook that, swirling often until the garlic begins to turn a toasted golden brown color. Then add a 2-inch knob of ginger that's been finely chopped. Saute that for 2 minutes or just until softened. Then add half a cup of granulated white sugar, half a cup of dark soy sauce, a 1/4 cup of regular soy sauce, a 1/4 cup of mirin, 3/4 of a cup of rice vinegar, 1 tablespoon of gochujang, half a cup of Bring that to a simmer, then reduce the heat to low, then just let that reduce for 1 to 2 minutes. Then in a bowl, stir together 3 tablespoons of cornstarch and a 1/4 cup of water to get a slurry. Whisk only half of that slurry into your sauce, and if it needs further thickening, feel free to add more of the slurry. After that, turn off the heat, add a small handful of Thai basil, which, we actually ran out of, so we'll pretend that we're not using regular basil here. Let that steep for 5 minutes, and that is Papa's sweet chili zing sauce, or whatever the hell you want to call it. Now, you can use this sauce right away, or store it in the fridge, and just warm it to loosen when ready to use. So now all that's left is to crisp up your wings, toss them into a bowl, coat them generously with your sauce, toss them, roll them around with a spoon. You do what you gotta do so you can suck that sauce out of every and any little crevice on that wang. Then just place those in a serving bowl, top with green onion, and those are your wings. But hang on, we got 2 more sauces here. Next up is mango habanero, but with actual mangoes, and it looks like what it's named. So in a small saucepan, add 3/4 of a cup of water and 3/4 of a cup of sugar. Heat and stir until the sugar's dissolved. Then get yourself 4 large ripe mangoes, cut off their cheeks, scoop out the flesh with a spoon, and don't forget to get the trim around the mangoes. Oh, and of course, who could forget to suck on the seed? Trust Papa. Always suck on the seed. Now cube up your mango flesh, toss it into a blender along with your simple syrup that you just made. Blend that on high speed until completely and totally smooth. Pour that into a large skillet along with 3 tablespoons of Frank's Red Hot. Whisk that together and bring that to a light simmer over medium heat. Now while that's simmering, in your blender add 2 cloves of garlic, 10 habanero chilies with their stems removed, a 1/4 cup of lime juice, and a half cup of white distilled vinegar. Blend that on high speed until as smooth as possible, and optionally you can stream in about a teaspoon of oil just to get it even smoother. Give that a little whiff to get your nose on platinum same-day shipping directly to hell. Pour your habanero puree into the simmering mango sauce, stir together and let that simmer and reduce for 5 minutes or until nicely thickened. Then just season that to taste with salt and additional vinegar for extra acidity. Reduce another minute, then add 1.5 tablespoons of corn syrup, whisk that in, then add a 1/4 cup of room temperature unsalted butter and constantly whisk till the butter is completely melted and emulsified into the sauce. For the record, the corn syrup helps stabilize the emulsion and get a touch of extra gloss on the sauce. Look, the stuff is pretty spicy, but it does mellow out with the vinegar and the sugar and the butter. But if you want it less spicy, you could just add less habaneros if you're a little baby. Now, all you gotta do is second fry your wings till sensuous and crispy. Toss them in a bowl, coat in that sauce. Good Lord, look at that sauce just giving us the drip. Now give that a nice little toss to coat thoroughly, dump on a plate, and look, no need to garnish these because they look so beautifully special on their own. And the smell of the tropics fuming through the airs and a firecracked spice on the back of the nose. Now next but not least is our Parmesan garlic, or in our case, Parmigiano aglio sauce. Probably not the greatest translation. This is the easiest of the 3 because most of it is done in a blender. So you guessed it, snag a blender, add in 8 cloves of garlic, 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard, 1 tablespoon of corn syrup, optional but helps with the glossiness, 1.5 teaspoons of fresh thyme leaves, the juice of 2 lemons, 1 cup of finely grated Parmigiano Reggiano, 2 egg yolks, then begin blending that on low speed and gradually work your way up to high. Then once everything in the blender is smooth and pureed, slowly stream in 1 cup of canola oil while blending constantly until all the oil is added and the sauce is emulsified and creamy. Then just pour that out into a bowl, and to that you're gonna add 1 red Fresno chili, brunoise cut, which is just a very fine dice, 1 small shallot, also brunoise cut, salt and fresh cracked black pepper to taste, 2 teaspoons of rosemary, finely chopped, 2 tablespoons of fresh parsley, also finely chopped. Then mix that together, and that's your Parmigiano Wang sauce. And just like all the others, fry your wings, toss in a bowl, coat with your Parmigiano sauce, and salt to taste. Hit the wings with some extra lemon juice, toss to coat thoroughly, place in a serving bowl or tray, then optionally top that with some thinly sliced chives, and additional freshly grated Parmigiano Reggiano or Grana Padano. And those are some luxurious wings that look nearly angelic, singing ancient cheese hymns from a mountaintop. So we've got our 3 sauces all lined up in all their powerful glory. Crispy wings coated in the most beautiful and cared for sauces versus the same lineup of sauces from Buffalo Wild Wings. It's time to determine a true winner. So let us taste test. Wow, we made it. First off, these mango habanero wings look far more mango habanero than these. We could end the show right here. These are perfect. In the world of mango habanero, what do I think? I think flowers and tropical fruit everywhere, and there's bongos, and that's not the right instrument. That's what I feel when I'm eating these wings. Tropical, sweet, a little bit of heat right now. A little pop in the pants, but that's all right. I could recover from that. We already know this is gonna be a winner. Just look at this. If flavor had a definition, it's just this color on chicken. I wanna like take this to the back room. There's not as many flavors that I would describe as beautiful, sensational, sensual. That's that. Last one, Parmesan garlic. We won. It does not have a Caesar salad taste. So before anyone's like, Josh, that's basically a Caesar. Shut up, there's no anchovy, it's not a Caesar. It's an emulsified Parmesan garlic sauce. And it is busting. All in all, this is a win, but we need a taste tester. Vikram's back. Yeah, I mean, you like wings of any variety, really.
I love wings.
This is the Asian Zing, number 1, number 2. All right, that's number 1. Got some chew, got some flavors going on. Okay, he didn't even swallow.
All right, this one's clear. By a long shot. This just like punches this one in, like out of this dimension.
Number 1, 2, good job. He likes it. He likes positive affirmation. He's a words of affirmation, love language kind of guy, you know? You should let us know in the comments, say something nice about Vikram.
This doesn't even taste like cheese. I can't get garlic or Parmesan. It's just like, it's clearly, there's a sauce, but there's nothing really.
Okay, so we got 2 out of 3. Wing number 1 and wing number 2.
Yeah, this one. Spice is just like, I still feel it. It's still in my mouth. This one's so much deeper. I love mangoes. I love spicy stuff. This is just such a perfect mix. You won on all fronts. I don't think I'm ever going to Buffalo Wild Wings again.
You wanna know what else has Papa's piping hot, crispy wangs coated in any sauce your heart desires? B-roll. Guys, and that is it. So we made our Buffalo Wild Wings 3 different sauces. We cooked the wings to utter perfection. We cured them of their ailment of being awful. See how I kind of did that? We literally did cure them though by leaving them in the salt, which kind of tenderizes them, makes the skin crispier. It removes the excess moisture so you get crisper skin. All in all, every single sauce I think was totally knocked out of the park. I even went back and ate some more wings with more sauce. I want those sauces bottled and in my mouth. And who knows, maybe we'll bottle them and sell them. Until then, if you enjoyed this video or you learned something, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you around the corner with the chicken wine.